God bless the United States, state of Tennessee, and this county.
Chad, would you lead us in prayer?
Let's pray. Lord, thank you for all faith. Thank you for the speak this meeting. Pray for deals test for county, Lord, and test for district, and Lord, bless each and every one here tonight. You say that.
Chris, would you lead us in the pledge?
Attention, salute, pledge.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Larry, would you call the roll, please?
Chris Wiseman.
Here.
Roger Thomas.
Here.
Paulette Summey.
Present.
Bill Shadden.
Here.
Adam Miller.
Present.
Chad Leeny.
Here.
Richard Hurley.
Here.
Brian Harrell.
Here.
Luke Bright.
Here.
Bill Winters. 9-3.
Have you reviewed the minutes of the meeting? First item of business, Commissioners' meetings on February 23rd. May I have a motion, please?
Motion. Second.
Okay, call your name, please, on the motion. Thomas, and who second? Carol. All in favor? Okay, number 2, notary public application. May I hear a motion?
Motion, aye.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Trustees monthly report.
So
Any
moved.
questions? I'm sorry,
Make motion.
okay,
Second,
Harold,
please.
okay. May I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? Director of Finance report, monthly report, any questions, comments?
Make a motion.
Okay, Wiseman made the motion,
Leaving second.
all in favor? Okay. Next, we have the resolution, budget amendment, Monroe County Sheriff's recovery. Be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of County Commissioners meeting in regular session on March 23rd, 2021, that the following amendment for the Monroe County Sheriff's Department be made in the Monroe County General Fund budget for the fiscal year 2020-2021 in the amount of $1,365.
So moved.
Leaning, second.
Second.
Thomas, roll call, please.
Chris Wiseman.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Paulette Summey.
Aye.
Bill Shadden.
Aye.
Adam Reynolds.
Aye.
Chad Leeny.
Aye.
Richard Hurley.
Aye.
Brian Harrell. Luke Bright.
Motion carries. Next resolution is 0323-5A. Be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of County Commissioners meeting in regular sessions March 23rd, 2021, that the following amendment for the state aid paving projects and bridge construction from TDOT be made in the Highway Public Works Fund balance for the year 2020-2021 in the amount of $123,020.32. May I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
Thomas and Harold.
Harold.
Roll call.
Chris Weisman,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Bill Shadden, Adam Reynolds, Chad Leeny, Richard Kirkland, Brian Harrell, Luke Wright.
Thank you. The next resolution is 0323-5D, and it's the, Director of Finance, no, I'm down here. Approval of annual financial report of 2019-2020, and be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of County Commissioners meeting in regular session this 23rd day of March 2021, do hereby approve the 2019-2020 annual financial report of Monroe County, Tennessee, as audited by the State of Tennessee Comptroller's Office. The complete audit is available on the website of State of Tennessee Comptroller's Office, State and Local Government Audit Division. County Commissioners have received a summary and the audit results from the State and Local Government Audit Division. And there were no findings. Congratulations, Ms. Libby. We thank you very much. Roll call.
Chris Weisman,
Make a motion, sorry. Thomas, you're looking at me. Now, roll call.
Chris Weisman,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Bill Shadden, Adam Reynolds, Chad Leeny, Richard Kirkland, Brian Harrell, Luke Wright.
Okay. Do we have anything there?
School board amendments is next.
Yes, it's school board. Monroe County Board of Education budget amendments, Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. General fund is $366,332.16, and then 6A is $51,275. Resolution 6B is $1,300. Resolution C is $2,850, and Resolution D is $4,002. May I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second, Harold.
Okay. And who was the motion? Okay, gotcha. It's hard to understand who's speaking. That's why I asked. Thank you. Okay. The next one is standing committees.
I'll make a motion.
We got to vote, we vote on it.
Oh, yeah, roll call. Need the roll call, I'm sorry. I'm trying to rush it.
Chris Weisman, Roger Thomas, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Bill Shadden, Adam Reynolds, Chad Leeny, Richard Kirkland, Brian Harrell, Luke Wright.
Now, the next one is the 323 standing committees. Have you reviewed the standing committees? These are appointments by our mayor. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Lenny? Second?
Harold.
Good question. I'm not sure what the change was.
Richard, it's the ag committee from extension, they had two that rolled off and Greg appointed two.
You have to thank you.
And also, we replaced Christy Windsor and all the her appointed positions.
Thank you.
Is it, necessary to get my address changed after 2 years of address? I mean.
We know where you
We can make that happen.
Thank you.
All right, roll
Chris Weisman,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Bill Shad, Adam Reynolds, Chad Leeny, Richard Kirk, Brian Harrell, Luke Wright.
Next item is notification, school board vacancy. To whom it may concern, this letter is to inform the second district of Monroe County. I am officially resigning from my position on the Monroe County School Board, and this is signed by Marcia B. Standridge.
Madam Chair, and Mr. Brown will tell you the same thing, this body has 120 days to appoint that position, and, you can decide how that appointment can be made and what month, but, whatever month, April, May, whatever, but you have 120 days, whatever you decide, we'll just get it on the agenda for that.
Is that from today or from when she resigned?
Well, officially, Jerome, do you want to clarify that?
Yeah, it's from the date of the letter, which gave you notice. So, it is 120 days, and you had contended with this before, not only for this body, but I think also Faye Green resigned from the school board maybe a little over a year ago, and we had to address it then. She resigned because she was moving out of the county to Loudoun County, and we addressed filling the vacancy on the school board at that time. And what's traditionally been done is you announce the vacancy in the newspaper, and anybody that has wanted to express an interest and being considered to fill it has traditionally written letters that the mayor collects and distributes, and then you can figure out what meeting you want to take those up.
And we have officially had 2 submissions in the last week. So,
And with that being said, could you forward those to us?
Absolutely.
As you give.
absolutely, yes. One was an email, one was just a phone call, put me in, so, but we will, and you want those, Richard, as they come, or
Yes.
maybe
Please.
we can do that.
All right, any other discussion? Do we need a roll call on this?
That's just notification.
Just a notification.
Unless Jerome, correct me, unless they want to decide tonight what month, I assume that they
Unless
want.
you wanted to take any action tonight about when you wanted to try to fill it, you've got plenty of time.
Do it the June, meeting.
At the June Monday meeting. Okay, are there any other,
Is that?
What's her letter date?
it's, dated March 11th, 2021.
So, 90 days would be June 11th. So
Yeah.
Probably.
So that's still within the window.
Yeah, 120 days, July 9.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Any other ones?
do we need a motion on that?
If you want to do that, yes.
Do I hear a motion to select a replacement for Marcia
So
Sanders?
moved.
I make a motion for you.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay. Okay, roll call, let's do that.
Chris Weisman, Roger Thomas, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Bill Shad, Adam Reynolds, Chad Leeny, Richard Kirk, Brian Harrell, Luke Wright.
All right. We have those things. Mr. Mayor, would you like to comment on, several people have been asking about radios. Would you like to comment?
Yes. Last Thursday, we received great information. We received permission for the special use permit for Wachisa Tower. And that certainly has been a burden and a heartache for especially our team, Wayne and Motorola and everyone in the county. We've officially got that thanks to a lot of our legislators, Senator Haggerty, Senator Blackburn, Representative Flashman, that really went to bat for us. So we've got the green light. So, and Wayne, I believe the tower crew is scheduled. Is that correct?
Mayor, we'll have by the end of the week, we should have it scheduled.
So,
radios for the county, and it was nothing to do on the county's behalf, and just didn't have permission to go on the Wachusett towers, did they? Okay. Any further business? Comments?
Several weeks ago, rotating into months now, one of our team members, and I consider him a team member, got a wonderful appointment by the governor of the state of Tennessee to be circuit court judge in Knox County. Jerome has served this legislative body and, among other municipalities, the city of Madisonville for several years. And we see that it was fitting tonight, being his last meeting in Monroe County, to recognize him. He has some special guests in the audience, and I'm going to ask if his family will come up at this time.
Can I say something about this? So I will tell you, as I've grown older, I'm mistrustful of any sort of recognition, but I will tell you that I got tipped off here. My sister Karen, I took her to day surgery yesterday, and I got my first COVID shot just a few hours ago, and I went by her home to see how she was doing from her surgery yesterday, and she was getting her clothes on, and I said, well, you can't drive. Where are you going? And her eyes got really big, and she had to confess this had gone on, and I wormed it out of her on the way down here that my mama maybe exerted some influence, and some other members of my family, and whoever is here, Gus Davis, or anybody else that may have gotten a phone call. What can you say? I'll always be my mama's boy, and I can't fault her. I can't fault her for anything, and I'll say this, my wife I know is on her way down here.
Yes.
Her daughter got sick today, she's been a pediatrician, but my wife would tell you I'm not worthy of any recognition, and if she gets here tonight and you want anybody to catalog my faults, she's the main source, and she can do that. But she is, of course, the county health officer for Monroe County and the 15 counties that surround Knox County. She's worked tirelessly on this pandemic, as has Teresa Harrell. My folks haven't gotten my shot today, the first one. It makes you appreciate that you have people that serve their fellow citizens. So any recognition I would give to my dear sisters, my mother, and my dear, dear loved wife for what they have done. I have discovered, I don't know if any of you men have discovered, you have any success in your life, look real close, and there will be women that you will give the credit to, and never do the credit. So my mom, my sisters, my wife,
Y'all come up, y'all step up this way.
What a privilege it's been to represent Monroe County. I'm going to tell you a 30-second story. On that bench right there, when I was 14 years old on one Saturday, I had snuck off from home, and I walked on the railroad tracks all the way into town from where we lived. And I had somehow acquired my permanent record from the school department. And the congressman was in here, and he was holding a constituent day where you could meet with him. They saw a little wormy-looking boy over here, and they let me be the last one. And he took me in that room back there, and he said, what can I do for you? And he remembered being on TV with me over something related to the Tellico Dam. I said, I want to be a page in the U.S. Congress. He said, no way, I can't do that for you. And the Democrats have control that, or whatever it was at that time. And I hit the door, and I got about right there, and he said, wait a minute. And I turned around, and he said, I tell you what, if you like to work for me, you'd be the youngest one I've ever had, but would you like to leave home and do that? And I did that, and that started at age 14, and I'm past 50 now, and I've always at least tried to serve my neighbor. And I have failed miserably every time, as we all do. But you try your best to be honorable. And for those of you that undertake to serve in a position. I honor you for your efforts. I very sincerely do. Some of you I've tried to write a note to about all of you because you've got a tough job. And in this day and age, it's made harder by all the challenges that you're confronted with funding, with this global pandemic, with unprecedented social pressures about how our society is changing and what people want to do and what they are comfortable acknowledging or not comfortable acknowledging. I will always acknowledge Monroe County as my home, and any good that has come to me is because of my parents, that I was raised here in a God-fearing community among good working people. Thanks for letting me work for you.
Just a couple of things to echo what Jerome said. First of all, Mama Bear, you make a mean pound cake. Oh, it was great. And I will say, Jerome was speaking of his wife, and Dr. Sturdivant, and of course, Teresa and I work weekly with that. But I was on the phone one Saturday with Jerome, like many weekends, like Libby and a lot of us. You know, Jerome is a 24/7 law. 24/7. Saturdays, Sundays, mornings. Well, apparently, Jerome was on the phone. This was back, I guess, when he was working from home. He made the fatal mistake of having his car parked behind his wife and had her blocked in. And she needed to leave quickly. So I got to hear who was really boss in that family that day over the phone.
Absolutely.
We've got several things, and certainly all of these, Jerome, is just a small token. First of all, congratulations. The governor couldn't have appointed a better person to serve Knox County in the circuit court. I know that Representative Russell is here, and I'll read a couple of things. I know the city wants to share some things as well. And the first one I'm going to read is from the gentleman who appointed you. It says, by the state of Tennessee, state capital, by Bill Lee, Governor, by virtue of authority vested in me, therefore confer upon E. Jerome Melson this certificate of appreciation in recognition of outstanding services in the best interest in the highest traditions of the state of Tennessee. Given under my hand the great seal of the state of Tennessee in Nashville on this 19th day of March, 2021, signed Governor Bill Lee.
Thank you. Wow.
This proclamation, Mama Bear really helped out on. So we've got some interesting information here. It says proclamation, and this is from Monroe County. We tried to get down in the weeds just a little bit. It says, whereas we are here today to honor and celebrate the dedicated selflessness service, as he mentioned, given to elected officials, employees, and citizens of Monroe County by Jerome Melson. And whereas Jerome was born in Monroe County, this is bad, Jerome, June 18th, 1964, to Earl and Pauline Melson, and he is the younger brother of Kathy and Karen. And whereas Jerome became involved, love this since we just celebrated Extension Week, Jerome became involved in the 4-H as a 4th grade student and was very active in the organization and developed his art for public speaking. And the gift helped him to compete and take the highest awards throughout the state, eventually being state president of the Tennessee 4-H Foundation.
Highest political office I've ever had.
Whereas Jerome began his career in public service as a 16-year-old young man who boarded an airplane after arriving in Washington, D.C. to become an interim staff assistant and field representative by John Duncan Sr. while completing his high school education at Madisonville High School in 1982 as valedictorian. Whereas after high school, Jerome enrolled in the University of Tennessee, where he received a Bachelor of Arts with the highest honors in 1985 and a JD with honors in 1988. During his time at UT, Jerome received countless awards, citations, accolades, and scholarships as he passed the State Bar of Tennessee in 1988. And Joan Cronin still owes me a speech, by the way. Whereas Jerome has served Monroe County for over 3 decades as Monroe County Attorney, and whereas Madisonville City Attorney, Vonore Town Attorney, as well as many other communities throughout East Tennessee. And whereas Jerome's resume includes numerous appointments by the Tennessee Board of Law Examiners from 2013 to present, he is a member of the Board of Directors of Delta Dental from 2018 to 2019. And he had the opportunity to serve as a board member, vice president, and now president, something, Jerome, I know you're very passionate about, of the East Tennessee Historical Society since 2013, with being one of his most passionate endeavors. And whereas in his free time, if there is such a thing, Jerome enjoys traveling, family time with his wife Tara, daughter Lilla Grace, four-legged friend Winston, and Bunting. I told you we had to dig deep.
Oh my God.
He really enjoys getting lost in the library of books. And whereas on January 12, 2020, Jerome was officially named the Honorable E. Jerome Melson, as he was appointed by the Governor Bill Lee as judge of the 6th District Circuit Court of the state of Tennessee. And now therefore, Mitch Ingram, Monroe County Mayor, am proud to hereby proclaim March 23rd, 2021, E. Jerome Melson Day. Before I let Representative Russell and the city sheriff, you will bring your crew, we would like to present you this gift, and please open it. And our creative, I'll hold that. Our creative wrapping was agendas of county commission meetings.
Look at that.
Well, yeah, no pressure. No pressure.
This is my wife, Tara, who's been giving all the shots and doing all the things, and she just joined us, and so she is Teresa Harrell. Thank you so much. And oh, a box of wow, look at this thing. Oh wow. Oh my. Okay. Beautiful box. Beautiful box. Oh, look at this thing. Wow. I'll use this to call court tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sheriff.
That is very kind.
Thank you, Mayor. It's an honor to be here to recognize Jerome. He's definitely making a difference. I didn't know the story about him sneaking off from school and all that. I guess you went from juvenile delinquent to judge.
Yeah. A lot of law.
So my proclamation says the same thing the county's does, so I won't read the whole thing. I have to read the last 2 paragraphs to make it official, though. It says, whereas during the course of his career, Jerome Melson has demonstrated a commitment to justice under the law, and he should be honored on this special occasion. Now, therefore, Cameron Sexton, Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 112th General Assembly of the state of Tennessee, at the request of and in conjunction with Representative Lowell Russell, Representative Mark Crawford, and Senator Mike Bell, do hereby proclaim that we honor and congratulate E. Jerome Melson upon being appointed to the 6th Judicial District Circuit Court, and thank him for his exceptional service to the state of Tennessee. Thank you, Jerome.
Here are the people of Mama Bear must have. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't. We'll just say it says something very sweet, and you don't have to read anything. I'm tickled to let these folks go home and eat something.
Anyway, I have a proclamation also in behalf of the city of Madisonville. Jerome, we just want to say thank you for your service for our city, many, many years. This is a proclamation of the city of Madisonville, Tennessee, paying tribute to the outstanding legal representation and counsel of E. Jerome Melson. Whereas the city of Madisonville, throughout its history, has benefited from the service provided by distinguished individuals, beloved community leaders, and exceptionally dedicated public officials. And whereas efficient legal services have ensured a stable municipal government committed to meeting the essential needs of the citizens and advising the municipality toward economic, educational, and cultural development of the city, and to efficiently, fairly, and legally carry out the missions and functions of municipal government. I want to skip something.
Skip it all, bro. That's enough.
Now, therefore, the city of Madisonville, by and through its duty constituted leadership, does hereby, you got 2 days, designate March 23rd, henceforth named E. Jerome Melson Day in commemoration of his long and distinguished service and assistance to the city of Madison.
That's very kind. Thank you. Seventh grade history teacher, right here, too. Seventh grade history teacher. Thank you all. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the privilege of representing you.
From the city of Madisonville.
Thank you so
Jerome
much.
and I are not just co-workers, but we're classmates.
We
We've
are.
been together since kindergarten. I'm gonna miss him terribly.
That's very kind. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
And this
Very
is for
humble.
Mama Bear, a copy of the proclamation. She does make a great pound cake. Thank you.
Before Madam Chairperson calls to adjourn, I'm sorry, Jerome, we're not going home for supper. We have a reception down below to honor Jerome and his family. I know many of our county officials, directors, employees want to send our best wishes to you. Plenty of food. So thank you, Jerome.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. I'm very honored. Thank you. Yeah.
I'd just like to say one thing, there's 2 people here tonight, myself and Donnie Chambers, that were there the night that the board, I made the motion to hire Jerome. He was right out of law school, and I was on the board, and Donnie was the supervisor for the city. We were there the night that he was hired. He started, it was League One. And be sure and tell EC Stanley that I told the story. EC made sure to head up here to this courtroom to watch our newly hired attorney do his first case right here. He went up against Ken White, and EC called me up, and because I was working on the railroad, and he said, "Son, we did good." So